over the edges and has to think now because it was a bit bigger, and they were feeding the milk in here, and then they were taking it off and had the drinking water underneath.
Oh, really?
Or the concentrate. So they had like a separate milk bowl.
Yeah.
And then they were having the concentrate underneath, or the water, I can't remember, but they had like 2 buckets fixed, and the third one was in there fed and taken off afterwards, and then they were washed.
I have one customer who's feeding the water in the starter bowl because she really likes that it's only contained 1.5 liters, so it's very easy to clean and you never have dirty water or because that's what happens when you put water in the big one. It contains 9.5 liters water, and farmers are busy and say, oh, they have enough,
clean that,
and the water is getting green. And
I think the smaller it is, probably the better it is. But you see that they drink 2 liters water in the end of the before weaning.
Yeah, but then you can use that bucket because that bucket is always there. So.
Well, the logic of the starter bowl, and I mean, we get farmers coming to us just requesting this, even with other types of buckets, is calf is a fleeing animal, so you know, a baby calf trying to put its head down to the bottom and get the first grain, they're scared going into a bucket. That's also why we have white buckets over black buckets, just to keep a nice bright surface going down, easier to clean. And then the logic of that is you can sit on top, whether it's your coarse ration or your milk or your water.
What do you put in here? In this case, what do you put in this one?
In this case, probably what we see a lot of the starter pins is nibbling from 4 days. You'll have just a light punch there.
So. I had a discussion with the guy in Al-Galabi. He showed me the video I showed you. They were quite deep and narrow, and he said they're too deep, but they're full of starter, but they don't eat it. So it's probably better when it's a bit shallow.
With that. We've tried it
with
now
a shallow one?
Farm, they start eating fast.
They are starting to eat faster with the
there's also the idea of,
bowl.
I talked about the...
It's less rubbish in it, because when they start eating, you have to throw away a lot.
And there's a big plus that the bottom is round. So if you have, for instance, if you would have a bottom like this and have it only this shallow,
4 or 5
and you put 1 or 2 hands in, they go around with their nose and everything's here on the edge, and they don't have it in the middle anymore. And this one, if they push it up to here and they retract their nose, it always slides back to the middle of the bucket.
So less waste then.
Yeah, that's interesting. We had a discussion that it was too deep, and the other thing we said by the cuddle box, when you have a cuddle box, and when this was the cuddle box, I think out of the box now, if this is the cuddle box, we were discussing, should we make a glass front that the cow can see, that she's not so stressed, but she's so busy with the baby that she doesn't care about anything else in the world. But a cow is a fear animal, so the more she can see, the better it is. So we're having this very low cuddle box, but then if you leave the calf in for an hour or 2, she'll jump out. So we make a higher one. The green one is now in production, a bit higher, but we discussed that maybe the third panel in the front should be plexiglass, because then she can look at the distance, she feels safe, and she'll be more busy with her calf.
But how bright will that be if you cleaned it 20 times?
That's true, and that's always a risk factor there, how clean is it. And one of the guys said we should paint some grass and flowers on it as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I was just thinking, if you have a deep bucket and the cow has to go in deep, same with trough feeding, what I see a lot in Scandinavia, like deep troughs, Finland, outside feeding systems. The cow's in and she's eating and she cannot see anything anymore while eating. I think she's a bit, they always wanted to see, if a giraffe starts drinking, she goes looking for 2 kilometers, is there any line within 2 kilometers? And then she goes down like this and she starts drinking, and then she's still sort of drinking, and then she comes up and then she drinks a bit more. So they want to have the overview. So the same with cows, the flight animal want to have the overview during eating. So I don't like the trough feeding system very much, because I think they're more relaxed when they can see. The other thing is fresh air and light. And when they're eating, the more light and air they have, the outside feeding houses we have, the cow house with outside feeding, they have more light and air, so they have better feeding.
That's the logic of the starter bowl.
That's why I like this shallow one.
But listen, we're still in a few minutes, but just on the starter pin is available as standalone. It can be ordered from the factory as well, shallower. So we have, and it's your words and videos are carrying around the world, because we're getting orders in Canada for no front metal door and foot a little shallower,
Ah,
leaving the factory, and we're like, what the heck is going on here? It's obviously being used as
they order it as a cuddle box.
As a cuddle box,
It's nice to clean, and this stands.
So if we close the gate, so it can be all standalone. This can be legs, or if we flip this up, and that's for cleaning.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to clean. So the entire unit flips down. You can go right back.
Go down, yeah.
The logic being is, after the calf, for, would you say how many days in something like this? Would you recommend?
Well,
5
yeah,
6
we
days?
typically have them 10 days in an individual pen, but that's for the
What do
cuddle box
you-
it's half an hour.
What do you find, Gerwin, in the starter pen?
14 days max.
14 days
The
maximum.
size is suitable for calves up to 14 days.
You can wheel it away. Everything can be washed and cleaned. There's actually no edges, logic in terms of dirt being held. So you can wash back that way. So that's your starter pen.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Very
then,
nice.
so from your starter pen, then you decide is it indoor pens or outdoor hutches. There you have your drop and go, your space saver length hutch. Don't know if we've much use for that. Then the most popular in the middle is the standard length, and then the extra large hutch. So there's 3 options there for your hutches, and then you're up to the group housing.
These two are the same, no? These are.
No.
What's the difference between these two?
So the square meter sizes, Gerwin, of the two.
Bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
That one is 3.3
3.3 meters.
inside. Yeah.
We sell that as well for organic farming, for taking use for 2 cars.
Okay, yeah.
The size is
And they don't have an outside area, only inside.
They don't need that, but they can have an outside area as well, but the square meters is due to the organic standard.
Okay, yeah.
And Wojciech, this is.
Straw is wet. The grass is still wet. The grass is still wet here. Hey, Gavin, come in here. We're gonna make a video.
Yeah, you gotta go in there
Gavin,
for
come
the
in.
2.
We make a video. If
Yeah.
it fits for 2. Okay, guys, we're just testing this igloo, and we are here with a whole team of Agri-Plastics from around the world. Kevin, would this fit for 2 calves? What do you think?
It will fit. Yeah, it's 3.3 square meters big inside. It's lovely.
3.3 meters. Yes. So we just heard from the guys that it's even big enough for organic laws in Sweden to have 2 calves in, so a lot of organic farms are buying it. And so if you put good straw in, and this is without an outside yard, right? This is only inside.
It only has a front door with 2 buckets.
Yeah.
So it only has an inside. But
Yeah. Can you close the door? Can you close the door?
Sure.
Okay. And then what are you going to do? You're going to feed 2 bottles of milk, of course, when you do the...
2 bottles, or for instance, a double milk bar with 2
Yeah, a double milk bar, and they learn to drink together, and you give them 2 portions. Excellent stuff, guys. We're looking at how can we make every calf happy in the world, and here we have 2 calves in 1 pan, and we're proving it. Karen, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Karen, and my name is Joep Driessen from the CowSinals Training Company. It's possible to have 2 calves in a hut. Thanks for watching. This was CowSinals from Bergharen. Nice.
And you
nice
want to know?
movie.
You want to know something really special? That's the oldest product here. That
Is it? Really?
that was the first mold
Yeah.
that Agri-Plastics made back in 1991.
Yeah.
1991.
And how's the
Yeah.
ventilation working? You have enough. You can.
So in really cold weather, we would recommend to shut everything down, or if you're starting the cabin,
Yeah.
close your top vent,
Yeah.
close your rear vent. That fits in really tight there, so this extra
Yeah.
catch the seat.
I have no more wind coming in here like this.
Bottom vents closed. Now you can seal it all up. So you would do this, but never close the front. Again, this.
You need some air.
And I'm sorry, I've seen this a lot at trade farms in shows in Russia with putting down plastic, even the coldest weather. You never close the front of the hutch. You're just sealing in dirty air.
What about this one then?
That's your side feeding door. So with every hutch, you actually have a potential of 6 different feeding areas. So here, this front bucket and manger, okay, by the way, which has its division between the concentrate and the water. There's a pail catcher to stop the buckets from popping out. So you can choose to put this manger on your front door or pen. You can cut a door in any of the 4 sides. So in large scale farms, they might have to do one left, one right. So when you come in for feeding, you can do 2 hutches at the same time.
Yeah.
Or then at the back you can do feeding at the rear door as well. So the pictures on your slideshow, they obviously were doing the feeding at the rear because there was nothing out of the wire pen.
And then they put here, they put the bucket in here. Or what?
Yeah, so that feed manger in front, or the bucket holder, is just bracketed onto the plastic here. Is it on any of the hutches there, Gerwin? The hook indoor?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. It's on the stand-up
Here,
hutch.
inside here, this one. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's the hay feeder option on the side door. It has the bucket feeding on the inside. And again, it's got the little bucket catches.
Yeah.
The bucket's being tipped out inside.
Very nice. And this is for winter feeding inside. Who's doing like this? Inside. More work for the man to get the stuff out.
You depend. This is the project we're doing in Russia with 8,500 hutches. They've chosen this hutch, feeding indoors like this, and closed bar. We're recommending them to put wire outside, and sadly, you know, sometimes again cost. People leaning more towards your father than your mother. You know, this is what happens. But these little simple ideas, like we do it.
They're going to feed on the inside.
Sorry, they're actually going to feed from the rear. They're going to feed from. So they're going to do this bracket on here like this.
On the back side.
On the back side, and they're going to do bedding with a machine, the Hatfield bedding machine from the front. I mean, and they're just what they're afraid of is putting a wire fence outside. As the wire fence freezes to the ground, and you know. But what you have to remember with Agri-Plastics, guys, and a lot of you probably know this already, but Agri-Plastics has been designed for farmers by a farmer. The Van Burens, Darren and Joe Van Buren, were milking cows up until 1993. So Darren always thinking of the farmer and the calf. And even like a simple thing like the durability of the hutch. Sorry, can you just close the rear door there? So a simple thing in terms of the durability of the hutch, or even just being able to.
A little tip here.
But just there's not many hutches that you can do like this in the market. Just to be able to tip it up, and for the hutch to be able to stand alone for cleaning, that you can wash it all down. Do any of our competitors are able to do that, Gerwin? Tip up like this?
Yeah, some of them can tip over to the front.
Yeah.
But if they blow over, you can buy a new one. That's really true. So this one is very flexible. You can show how flexible it is. But
so we're looking at smart solutions for how to house your baby calves. One more question, Karen. Can you explain me this bucket? Why do you make it like this? We're looking at the bowl.
we make it to get the calves started earlier on calf feeder intake.
Yeah, and so it's and what's the difference between the other bucket you were explaining me?
It's a lot shallower.
Yeah.
You can show it here, and the bottom is round instead of flat.
Yeah.
So the feed always drops back to the center part
in the middle,
of the bucket.
and that makes it easy for the calf to find it. It's not stuck at the bottom. It's also easy to clean, and it's a nice round. It's shallow, so the calf can doesn't have to stick her head in very deep. I think they're a brilliant solution. We look at better systems. We also look at stainless steel buckets, but they can be too warm maybe. And this is like wide, easy to find for the feed. Very good. And what about this little lid here? What is that? What do you call this? What do you call it, Noel? What is that?
Oh, well, the bucket stopper, the pail stopper.
Bucket catcher? What do you call it?
Well, the pail stopper.
Pail stopper.
Pail stopper. Okay. So certainly if your bucket is an option indoors or even cast plain all day long, they can tend to
kick it out,
which are very valuable concentrate on the ground. So this stops it. So it just.
It's easy. You need one swing to get it out, and then you can pull it out with one hand. But it's easy with two hands, of course. Yeah.
And again,
bucket stopper.
And again,
thanks for watching, guys.
Sorry, have we begun?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying this: the feed manger here option, you can have it outside or on the fence. You can also choose to have it behind or inside on the side door.
Yeah. So a lot of smart solutions, guys, and we're looking at how can we do things better for cows and for cows. So the baby cows really need good housing and good management. Just some good ideas from the industry, and thanks for watching, guys. Joep from the Agri-Plastics Training in the Netherlands. I hope to see you soon for more training on those stuff and CowSignals. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for your pleasure today. Yeah. And then we move on to group housing. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can't imagine how many trade shows you go to and guys will say, well, why don't you have a bigger group hutch? Why can't I put 10 cats in there? But
This is Ghanier. Okay, inside, outside. Okay, let's have everybody in. Group picture in the group pen.
Group picture.
Everybody in. Come on. See how many fit in.